Hello, good evening. I am Pelumi Awodia, a real estate professional in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. I'm super excited for today's topic. We'll be talking about real estate risk mitigation strategies, avoiding demolitions and land swindlers, property swindlers. So real estate mitigation strategies, real estate risk mitigation strategies. This is a very interesting topic, and a lot of people that have been looking at investing in real estate, some have invested and they have had terrible experiences, while some did not even go through those terrible experiences. They find it easy to invest and then they are reaping the reward of their investment. The reason for this call tonight is to educate each and every one of us on how we can mitigate risk, how we can manage risk, how we can avoid losing our money while investing in real estate. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us your name and the city you're joining us from, please? And also share this video to as much people as you can. Share this video to as much people as you can. Share this video to as much people as you can while we talk about this topic. I'll be starting with one of my favorite quotes by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki, is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said that financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it. Robert Kiyosaki once said that financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it. And for you to be live on this call tonight, it shows that you are seeking for financial freedom and you are ready to learn about it by joining this call and also to work for it in order to achieve financial freedom. So, two things you need to achieve financial freedom. Number one, learn about it. While learning about it, you are learning about the vehicle that you want to use to achieve financial freedom. That's number one. While number two, you are working for it. You are working to build up the capital that you can put into real assets. Real assets. Yeah, there's this popular saying that some people do say real estate is the safest investment on earth. Real estate is 100% guaranteed. Real estate has no risk. Please avoid that statement. To every investment, there are some level of risk attached to it. There are some level of risk attached to it. There are some people that they will tell you that they will never invest in real estate again, simply because of what? Their bad experiences. And these people, they didn't take their time to learn about real estate. They didn't involve professional services before they started investing in real estate. So these are the reasons why people lose their funds to real estate. So tonight's topic will be focusing on how you can mitigate those risks, how you can avoid them. How you can avoid them. We can see a lot of demolitions happening in Lagos and in some other part of the country, some other part of the state. This is due to lack of proper due diligence and lack of proper regulations and documentations involved while acquiring such properties. So tonight we'll be starting this topic by telling you about the Land Use Act of 1978. Land Use Act of 1978. This is the legislation that governs land ownership. The Land Use Act of 1978 is the legislation that governs the ownership of properties in Nigeria. If you can understand this Land Use Act, you will be able to make a better and informed decision. So number one of the principles of that Land Use Act says that ownership and control of land is by the government. The ownership and controls of land is by the government. Welcome, Mr. Lewis. Thank you for joining us all the way from the United States. Thank you. Kindly help us share this video to as much people as possible. Yeah. So Number one, in this Land Use Act principle says that all land belongs to the state government. All properties belong to the state government. So which means that for you to buy a land, the control of that property is by the government. So all the necessary documents, you still have to process it through the state government of where you are purchasing that land, anywhere in the country. So that's that. Then another principle of Land Use Act of 1978 is the principle of land rights. Land rights. Whenever you purchase a land, it is your duty to go and work on getting the certificate of occupancy, which lasts for 99 years. Processing of the certificate of occupancy of your land will determine the safety of your land. A lot of people buy land and then they just leave it there. They don't know that they have to go and process other documents that will make you gain full ownership of that land. So buying a land is not enough. Getting complete ownership of that land is one of the most important steps that you must take while you are purchasing a property. There are some properties that are just virgin lands. It is your duty to go and work on getting the titles, while some properties already have C of O. And while you are buying properties with C of O, try to do your verification to know the amount of years that C of O is for. So our major topic for tonight is real estate risk mitigation strategies. I will starting by telling you the principle of the Land Use Act of 1978. So then number 3 is we have revocation land rights. So those lands that governments revocate, they are revocating it for the purpose of urban development. They are revocating it for the purpose of urban development. And any property they revoke, if that property have a C of O, you will definitely get compensation for that. But if it doesn't have C of O, the property is gone. That's why we always advise you, whenever you buy a land, buying the land is not enough. Securing your land through proper documentations like C of O, it's the most important thing. So that's that. Then the final one under the principle is the use of the land. The land you are buying, what is the use? Is that location zoned for agriculture? Is it zoned for industrial purpose or for residential or for commercial? Understand the zoning. So understanding the zoning will also help you to know what you can use for that particular land. So if you can understand the Land Use Act, it's just one step. That's just you are one step ahead. Then moving to the major topic for tonight, which is real estate risk mitigation strategy. So we explained the Land Use Act of 1978, which says that all lands belong to the government. We also explained the right of ownership, which is getting the certificate of occupancy of that particular property that you are buying. We also explained the use of that land. It could be for residential purpose, agricultural purpose. It is your job to go to the Ministry of Land to know what that particular location is for before making payments for that property. So now let's move into proven strategies at which you can use to mitigate the risk involved in real estate investment. Strategy number 1 is conduct a thorough due diligence. Conduct a thorough due diligence. Number 1, conduct a thorough due diligence. Don't mind my writing. You have to manage it that way. Conduct a thorough due diligence. Conducting a thorough due diligence will save you from a lot of headaches, to save you from a lot of financial losses. Yes. So land use policies, you need to understand the policies, and also you need to understand permits and approvals. Permits and approvals. You need to know the kind of building you can erect on a particular land. You need to do soil tests. It is the result that you are getting from the soil tests that will determine what kind of structure can stand on that particular property. So this way, This will even help you. It will help you from taking huge risk on building in a particular location. So doing soil test is very important. Doing soil test is very important. So on that due diligence, you must do all you can to ensure that you are not buying a committed land. Committed lands are those lands that are owned by the government, lands that the government have plans for. They are the committed lands. So do your due diligence and be safe. Then number 2 is engage professional services. Engage professional services. Number 2, engage professional service. Yeah, you've got to engage professional service. Example, service of an attorney, a lawyer, a real estate lawyer, not just a baby lawyer. I'm talking about a lawyer with proven track records of results. And one of my favorite lawyers that I would always recommend when it comes to the matters of real estate is Barrister Sexy. You can find him on LinkedIn. So ensure that you engage professional services. Getting a lawyer that will help you to do a search on that particular title will save you from a lot of future losses. To save you from a lot of future losses. So getting involving the service of a professional lawyer will save you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So now we are moving on to after your under the engaging of professional service. You have to get the service of a lawyer that will help you to search that particular property if it is not owned by the government. That's one. They will also help you to work on ensuring that the property you are buying doesn't have any there's something called financial due diligence. Yes, financial due diligence. So they will also help you to check if they have not used that property to acquire loan. So that's still under what we're discussing. So all these things, you must consider them while buying a property. You must consider them while buying a property, because not doing them will cause you from a lot of headache. And also consult urban planners. Urban planners know the exact purpose of that particular location. They have the plan, the master plan of that particular state. They know what is going to be used for in the coming years. So you need to engage professional service. Also engage a licensed surveyor. Welcome, Mr. Sunday. Welcome. Can you share this video? Share this video on your page. Share it so that a lot of people can join and benefit from this. So engage the service of a licensed surveyor. Yes, this costs one of the reputable developers in Nigeria. It cost him a lot. Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, he spoke about how he lost 180 plots in Mowe due to the mistake of his surveyor. So this should tell you that while acquiring property, you should involve the service of a licensed surveyor. A licensed surveyor. So that so the surveyor will help you to take every coordinate, every measures of the land, and ensure that nobody encroaches into your land. So getting the service of a professional surveyor will save you from a lot of headache. Now, under this engaging of professional service, I mentioned a lawyer. I mentioned town planners. Then I also mentioned licensed surveyors. Very important. So that's that on number 2. Now let's move on to number 3. I promise not to make this video long. It will be as short as possible so that it can help our viewers to watch and understand, so that when they are buying property, they will put all these measures in place. So number 3 is comply with building codes and regulations. You have to comply with building codes and regulations. Number 3, comply with building codes and regulation. You have to comply with building codes and regulations, or else your building will be demolished. Not complying with building codes and regulations, it's a very risky stuff. And that's why we see a lot of demolition happening in Lagos State and some other part of the state. So for you to make a profitable and safer investment decision, you must consider these 3 things. You must consider them. So under complying with building codes and regulation, there's a regulation called LABSCA. 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 LABSCA means, I'm in Lagos State, so LABSCA means Lagos State Building Lagos State Building Control Lagos State Building Control Agency. Yes, Lagos State Building Control Agency. You need to Lagos State Building Control Agency, we determine what you should, they will help you to do the necessary due diligence. Lagos State, they will ensure that you are not putting, they will do the checks and balance of the particular property. Without contacting the service of a Lagos State Building Control Agency, you need to get some approvals from them. Lagos State Building Control Agency will determine some things that you need to put in place while building the properties, so that your property will not be demolished, so that it will not just collapse. They help you to avoid building collapse. Same thing with Lagos State soil testing. The soil testing office, visit the soil testing office, take the soil to the lab, go and test it, know if it can be perfect for the particular structure that you are trying to build. So understand that. So you must get a permit from Lagos State Building Control Agency. Yes. So this is what I'm trying to say. If you don't get it, it will be very risky. Something like this, you need to get a permit from Lagos State Building Control Agency. So this will help you. So that's that. And also, there's one very important document that you must not joke with, which is Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. So you need to engage the service of Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, so that they can give you, they can checkmate all the documents you are using to get the approval for that land. So you can see this. When you go to Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, you will show them both the architectural design, they will approve it and they must stamp it. They will go through everything that you need in order for you to get a perfect building plan. So Lagos State Building Planning Permit Authority will help you to know if that particular place that you want to build won't be needed in the future. So they will stamp every details. They will stamp it, they will go through your architectural design to know the kind of buildings that are permitted in that particular location. That is what they do. That's what they do. And after stamping everything on your architectural drawing, then they will now give you an approval number. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it clearly. Lagos State Government, Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority. You can take a look at that. You can see the approval number. So they must give you an approval number. So it is that approval number that will help you to proceed with your project. So taking all these measures, all these safety measures of getting the Lagos State Planning Permit Authority, you need to get approval number from Lagos State. So you can know if that particular location is suitable for the projects that you want to erect on it. So not taking all these measures in. A lot of houses in Lagos State don't even have approvals. And the places that they have been demolishing, they don't have approvals. So having all these things in place will help you to make a safer real estate investment decision. It will help you make a safer real estate investment decision. So stop listening to people telling you that in fact, there is no investment that is 100% risk free. You have to understand it. You have to learn it. You have to master it. You have to understand it. Don't just put your money in what you can't control. You have to understand it. You have to understand all these things. So this is where we'll be stopping for tonight. We will continue tomorrow. Welcome, Lillian. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, for you to make a safer real estate investment decision, you must consider all these things. Number one, conduct a thorough due diligence. Yes, which is ensuring that you are buying from the right owners. Due diligence also ensure that you are not buying a committed land that is owned by the government. Thank you, Lillian. Kindly share this video to as much people as you can. Share this video on your page so a lot of people can learn. Because a lot of people have had their fair share of bad real estate investment decisions. And reason why we are doing this is to enable people to learn about real estate investment. Because if you don't learn about it, it's likely that you make a wrong decision. And I don't want you to make a wrong decision. I don't want you to make a wrong decision. The goal is to ensure that you make the right and best decision. When you make good decisions in life, there are two ways to succeed. Number one, taking action on things that will get you closer to your goal. Number two, making the best decisions every day. Life is about making decisions. And the quality the decision you make, the better your future. And for you to make quality decisions, you need to prioritize knowledge. You need to prioritize knowledge. Very important. Prioritizing knowledge will save you from a lot of financial losses. Prioritizing knowledge will save you from a lot of financial crisis. So you need to prioritize knowledge. So I explained that number one is conducting thorough due diligence. Number two, engage professional service of a lawyer that will help you to verify the document of the property. If the property is safe, if it is owned by the said owner. So it will help you, and also verify from town planners to know the plan for the particular location. Also licensed surveyors too. Get licensed surveyors that will help you to pick the coordinates of that particular property. Get that, put that in place. This will help you to make a better and sound investment decision. See, your life becomes better when you make quality and sound investment decisions every single day. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to give thanks to God for another beautiful life, for another beautiful day. And also write down your goals, your to-do list and your not to-do list. Your to-do list means if things that will get you closer to your success, things that will help you achieve your financial goal as quick as you can. That is your to-do list. Your not to-do list, things that will stop you from achieving your investment goals. Those are your not to-do lists. Do you get it? Things that will stop you from achieving the goal that you have set for the month, for the day, for the week. Those are your not to-do lists. Distractions that won't make you to achieve financial freedom. So you need to set those things. Put them in place. So for you to avoid demolitions, you need to understand you need to comply with building codes and regulation. Yes, you need to comply with building codes and regulation, which are explained about, especially if you are buying a property that is a property, a house. Ensure that that property you are buying have this approval: Lagos State Government Fiscal Planning Permit Authority. Ensure that that particular house, they have the approval number. You get it from the government, or else you go and buy a property that in 20 years time government will come for you. Do you get it? So ensure that you are buying quality properties that will not give you future problems. So by doing these things, you will be able to avoid risk that is involved in investing in real estate. And put this at the back of your mind. Stop listening to people that are telling you that real estate is 100% risk free. Real estate is not 100% risk free. There are some level of risk attached to it. So if you can prioritize knowledge, you'll be able to avoid these pitfalls. You'll be able to avoid all this risk. You'll be able to mitigate the risk. So getting knowledge is very important. Getting knowledge is very important. So I explained number 3, having Lagos State Building Control Agency. You need to go and get an approval from them. Then Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority too, get approval from them. Also, Lagos State Soil Testing Lab. Also go to soil testing lab, test the soil. If two-story building can work for that particular location that you want to build, or 5-story or a skyscraper, if it can work, you need to do soil test. That would determine what that particular land can be able to pick. So tomorrow we'll focus on other aspects like purchasing and appropriate insurance. So we'll be focusing on the insurance part tomorrow. We also focus on risk management. Yes, we also focus on some other aspects. So I don't want this video to be too long. Let's just stop for here. I believe that you got value from this. If you got value, please help us share this video to as much people as you can. Share on your page. Share to 50 people. Then show me the proof that you have shared it to 50 people. Then get a gift from me. Share to 50 people. Show me a proof using your screenshot that you have shared to 50 people. Then get a gift from me. Get a gift from me. I believe that you've been able to gain value from this section. Thank you very much for watching, and do have a wonderful night rest. I am Pelumi Audia from Lagos, Nigeria. I help you to make profitable and safer real estate investment decisions. And when it comes to building approvals, like getting your Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority, I also do that. And also getting Lagos State Planning Permit Authority, I also do that. You can see I've done for a couple of clients. Lagos State Internal Revenue Service too, I can help you to get it. So those are for the people that are looking at buildings. And if you're also looking at getting an approved architectural design too, you can see I've done this for a couple of clients. I've helped them to get an approved architectural design directly from the government. So these are the things, services I render. And I also help my clients to build. Depends on your tastes. So if you are looking at building, you are looking at getting to the real estate space either as a broker or as an investor, I am the right person that you should be speaking with. Yes, when it comes to doing due diligence, I'm the right person to speak with. So tomorrow we will continue this section. Thank you very much for tuning to this live section. Do have a wonderful night rest, and bye for now.